Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Subrata Sarker. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry since the last 22 years. Today I'll discuss a very important topic for organization or the workplace, that is conflict management. So what is conflict actually? Conflict may be defined as a friction between two individual or individuals. It means one is to person or between two groups. For what? Due to the difference of their opinion for a particular subject, or difference of ideas, difference of beliefs, difference of values, difference of needs, and difference of objectives. Now, from where this conflict arises or come in people actually, and the situation then is not very positive, and people need to resolve how to this. So from what is the sources actually for this conflict? One is the fear. Number two is the dishonesty. Sometimes some people are dishonest, so they create some conflict, and sometimes some boundary is limited for working. Some people has done some negligence. And sometimes things needs to be right. So people created a lot of conflicts actually, miscommunications. Due to miscommunications also conflicts arises. Some people, suppose you are in a meeting, there is an agenda for the meeting, and some people have hidden agenda, so that also creates sometimes conflict. And some people have some revenge in the organization itself also, whether it is this professional or something. So these are the things actually, like fear, dishonesty, miscommunication, negligence in the work, and the hidden agenda, the revenge. All these creates are the sources of the conflict. Now, what is conflict management? So conflict management is a strategies or the tactics that towards the resolution of the problems, or at least the containment of the dispute, so that the further escalation of the relationship distraction among the group or the individual. So this is conflict management. Now there are 5 areas majorly actually where conflicts you'll find that. Number one, in relationship, in values, in data. Suppose for any situation I have some different data source and some people have some other data source. So there will be a difference of the data for the same facts of the situation. So things and some conflicts will arise. Structures or interest. Some people have difference of interest for the same things actually from different different departments. So then conflicts actually arises. So there is one is a interpersonal conflict, you can say, and there is one is the interpersonal conflict. But sometimes this conflict is attached towards the individual level actually, that is intra or interpersonal. But sometimes conflict is only with respect to the work or the organization's perspective, that is the functional conflict. So this should be very healthy actually. And conflicts due to the different ideology also sometimes comes, and sometimes I have some different approach for the same work. Some people have some different approach, so conflict arises. So difference of approach is also creates conflicts, and difference of communications or miscommunication also create conflicts. And the conflicts also, limited resources also creates conflict. Suppose there is a common resource for the organization, group of people or the machine. Some department is want to use this, some other department want to use this. So there is a conflict arises. Then the senior or higher authority involved, and they resolve the things actually like that actually. And so this is basically sometimes people are more focused about the departmental goal other than the organizational goal. Then also conflict arises. Many times happens in many organizations I've seen. Quality department is not a prime responsibility or answerable for delivery. But we all are working for the customers, and delivery is a expectation of the customers in right time. But normally in organization, for delivery, the manufacturing people or the production people are answerable, not the quality people. So then for the same things actually, whether things quality checking or these testing should be true or not because delivery is there. So then there is a conflict arises between the production people or the quality people or the logistic people. So these are the things actually. But at the same time, an organization conflict should come. Conflict has to be there. It's not that you can eliminate conflict. Conflict will be there. You have to manage the conflict actually. But we should be very professional. We should not be a very fault finder kind of mentality, and our goal should, discussion should be there, and our goal should be to solve the issue with respect to the organizational goal, not the departmental goal, not the individual goals. And when the things conflict or some, these misunderstanding or a difference of opinion comes, we should, keep our temperament very, professional actually, and we should be listen and ask. It's not that like in a meeting or some discussion we got some conflict with some other person, then we will not see that person, we will not talk with that person. It's not like that. We'll listen, we'll ask question, we'll continue the discussion actually. Otherwise things will not resolve actually. Or this activity approaches communication body language should be assertive actually this during this and we should be very, this polite and respectful when there's a conflict, managing or conflict or discussion on conflict or the trying to resolve the conflicts actually. So obviously there are some disadvantages of the conflicts because it's a time, consuming, non-valuable time actually. When some conflict arises, some people involved. So people are actually, these are non-valuated actually, wastage of time. But these are part of the organization, these operations, and disrupt the progress of our problem because problem solving time is gone for and detracts from the regular day-to-day jobs and keep people apart. If conflict doesn't get resolved, then it apart the people actually who are in between the side of the conflict, reduce the team cohesiveness also if conflict doesn't resolve actually. So conflicts is reduces, productivity reduces actually. And the positive sides are, it improves their cohesiveness between the people or the groups, but provided it is resolved actually. So there are advantages of conflicts. Is one is, it enhances the relationship provided the conflicts are managed properly. It increases the cohesiveness between the people or the group. And the most important and the top most important, bottom line for this conflict management is conflict should be managed, not eliminated. Conflict has to be there and conflict needs to be managed actually. Thank you very much for your attention.